of Homecoming. Homecoming is the place where future legends return, where the stars of tomorrow make their debut. And right now, I'd like to bring out a friend of mine, a graduate of the Nick Dinsmore Pro Wrestling class, an OVW alumni, a former Southern Tag Team Champion, and current country music superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, from Nashville, Tennessee, Mack Johnson!
Wait a minute! Mack Johnson in the house!
That's why you love Homecoming. You never know who's going to return, who's going to be back. Haven't seen him in OVW since 2004.
Been a long time. He once did color commentary with me at the desk, and that was the last time I ever saw him.
I wonder where he hangs his hat. Stop it.
Oh, please.
It's been a long time since Mack has been in the ring, but first he wants to give everyone a taste of what he's been doing since he's been wrestling, and that is playing country music.
You know, I bumped into Mack Johnson in the back. I said, what's it like to be
Mack,
back in the Hollowed Halls?
The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. It's all right.
I asked, what's it like to be back in the... I'll get to it later.
How's everybody doing? It's been a long time. I'm going to be in action a little bit later, guys. But hang on. Let me get this mic right here.
Switch the mic out. You could have got it then if you were.
All right, here we go.
Could have gotten it in.
I'm going to give you a little taste of what I've been doing.
Nobody knows that chicken water.
I hope you like country music.
Saw it.
Well, I don't. I'm going to be a tough critic here.
That doesn't sound like country.
That ain't country.
Wait a minute. This music is familiar. Wait a minute. That's the international playboy. David, is that Jason Lee?
Indeed it is.
Jason Lee.
I didn't even know these guys were in the building.
Well, they are.
So
And they're dressed.
The prettiest superstar in OVW.
Hey!
Troy,
That's what he said.
I don't know what you're doing here, but this ain't no place for country music, boy. This is a place for professional wrestling. And OVW Originals,
Cable problems.
the International Playboy, that's me, and the handsome Jason Lee. We came here to wrestle, brother. So how about this? How about...
He looks like he came here to party.
Did he borrow that boa from you, Paradise?
First of all, how about all you idiots out here shut up?
He bought it.
We don't need to hear no redneck and their country music. We came here to wrestle. So handsome Jason Lee and the International Playboy, that's me, we came to wrestle. So if you want to wrestle, drop your guitar, hillbilly boy, get yourself a partner, and let's rock this house.
He's saying they came here to wrestle, but wait a minute.
Well, Mack Johnson has found himself a partner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Von Lylas!
That's my uncle! That's my uncle! Von Lylas is back in OVW!
He's not your uncle.
Former OVW heavyweight
not your
champion,
uncle.
survivor of the Ladder Wars, and he's back in OVW!
Your
he's
uncle?
back in the Davis Arena!
Your uncle.
Calm down, Paradise. Keep it, well.
Never had any uncles I got that excited about.
Von Lylas, former OVW champion, superstar, legend, original here in OVW. Gonna partner here with Mack Johnson. And guys, what I was trying to get out earlier is I bumped into Mack in the back and I said, what is it like
I bumped into Mack too.
What is it like to be back in the Hollowed Halls of OVW? He said it was chilling. He was actually had butterflies in his stomach.
Well, he better have butterflies again, facing off against Jason Lee in the International Playboy. Ew!
Well, I tell you what, Mack Johnson, I'm not sure it's allowed in here. I don't know if you can hear it or not.
That's vulgar.
That is nasty.
What is
Mack
that?
Johnson, a former WWE contracted wrestler. WWE had him signed to a contract, and he quit the WWE to pursue his country music career.
Absolutely. Successful in all endeavors. Right now, he's on the hot list as country music goes, but tonight, he's
Probably
on the
a
hot
smart
list
decision.
as far as homecoming goes.
What does it say about Davis Arena? What does it say about OVW when this guy, Mack Johnson, who has sang in arenas all across the country, who has been on contract with the WWE, comes back here and says he has butterflies?
Well, good Lord, they're throwing everything but the kitchen sink over here. Now if you'd only throw those tights in the garbage.
Bell sounds, and we are set to go. It's going to be Mack Johnson squaring off against, well, the man they call Handsome Jason Lee to start this tag team
I thought you
match.
said pretty.
No, they call him Pretty David C. Handsome Jason Lee.
Pretty David C. He might be pretty, but I am beautiful. And something else that's beautiful
Did you almost
is that
vomit when you said
armbar.
that? You almost vomited when you said that. Did you realize that?
Oh, it looks like you vomited on that jacket.
Where?
Pretty C, Handsome Jason
Perfectly
Lee.
clean
They
jacket.
called themselves, well, tag team champions 8 times over.
King, tell us a little about the eight reigns of David C. and Jason Lee. Tell us a little about what these guys meant to OVW.
Well, David C. was back in at the very beginning of OVW when I first came in. I think he was already there. And in all honesty, David C. was not around all that much longer after I came in. A lot of people thought I ran him off.
Really?
I don't know if that's true or false, but either way, he skedaddled.
Well,
Jason Lee, of course, was one of the tag team partners with Rip Rogers, was also with Derek King, the original Blondes. Phil Fair was involved with them. Phil Fair was involved with them, dyed his hair blonde and joined them, and they were a dominant tag team around here for quite some time.
Question for you, Paradise. Question for you here. We know that Mack Johnson's a former OVW champion. Do you remember who his tag team partner was when he had that reign?
Of course I remember. Why don't you refresh the people's memory?
It was Sept Skyfire.
Skyfire, exactly.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Seth Skyfire.
I haven't seen him around in quite some time.
Successful. He's working in Hollywood now.
What's he doing?
Special effects guy in
Oh, is he?
Hollywood now.
Well,
Very successful outside of his wrestling career.
You scooped me. I wasn't aware of that.
And here we go. Mack Johnson, front face lock, front chancery applied. And David C's thong, very prevalent.
But I hear Mack, no joke, has been very successful in the country music industry ever since he left the WWE to pursue his music
Kenny,
career.
I hate to cut you off, but did you see that blow in the turnbuckle for Mack Johnson? I've been kind of impressed, certainly impressed, with no ring rust as Mack Johnson steps back in the ring here.
You wouldn't have think he'd have logged too many matches with his traveling and doing the country music, but he don't look like he's lost much, does he?
He's aggressive.
Well, you don't lose toughness, and you don't lose instinct.
And unlike some of us, hadn't gained a pound since 04. That's the way he looked when he left.
Beautiful
Absolutely.
drop
You're
kick.
looking heavy.
7 years
What
ago.
extension on the drop kick. In comes Jason Lee. He gets a hit lock and
Hell,
a drop kick for himself.
Hell, in 7 years, I might have gained 10 or 12 pounds.
I'm going to be nice today and not say anything.
Wait a minute. Jason Lee up to their own tricks. King, you saw it. He grabbed the tights, held it back. Now they have the advantage on Mack.
Well, he was one of the top proteges of Rip Rogers. Believe me, if anybody knows how to take a shortcut or two, it's Jason Lee.
Rip Rogers has tricks up his sleeve, under his jacket, underneath, and places you didn't even know there were places.
Here's
Here
that
we go.
cover. 1, 2. Johnson out in 2.
Nice pinning combination, but he wasn't ready to put him away.
Well, it looked like Mack Johnson was wanting to make a tag to one of the cameramen. There's nobody in that corner. They've about beat the sense out of him.
Got that boot up.
That slight interference from
Those
Jason
have
Lee.
to be the most hideous tights ever put on a human being.
The interference created the opportunity to turn the tide in this matchup here.
Assuming David C. is a human being.
And now these longtime tag team partners are working like a well-oiled machine. Here's the cover. Johnson out in 2 once again.
Von Lylas, he's accomplished about everything under the books here in OVW.
They had it so close to that pin. Von Lylas isn't going to take that. Wait a minute, he is. Wait a minute.
No,
there we
he's
go.
not
That's the
either.
Von Lylas. That's the Uncle V I know and love.
Uncle V, come on.
Uncle V just got
Stop
his
it.
partner double team, Paradise.
Hey, it's not always something.
Next thing you know, it's going to be cousin David C. in the ring.
You got
Now that I would believe.
He ain't no relative of mine.
He looks like a relative of yours.
You got to wonder how
Looks
much
like
more.
y'all shop at the same place.
You got to wonder how much more of this Mack Johnson can take. Again, he's been touring as a musician. He hasn't wrestled a full-time wrestling schedule in a number of years.
5
When does
minutes
fatigue
have
become a
elapsed.
factor?
Well, you got to
5
figure
minutes
fatigue.
have elapsed.
Fatigue would be a factor. The amount of pain and punishment his body can take. You think it would be a lot less than what the guys who wrestle every day do.
You don't lose aggressiveness, you don't lose instinct, but you do lose wind, and you do lose that
Tell me
ability
about
to
it.
absorb pain.
Tell me about it. I get winded a little easier today
And by
than I
the
did
way,
10 years ago.
I am custom made from head to toe. I do not shop at Cindy Lauper Unlimited. Thank you.
Are you saying that's where David C. shops?
And he borrowed Sean
you're probably
Casey's
right.
gloves.
Well, I don't think he borrowed them. I think he stole them. Took them right out of his gym
That I'll
bag.
believe.
Nonetheless, it is David C., the man who calls himself the international playboy, the aggressor here.
Big miss in the corner.
Mack
Von
Johnson
Lylas
moves out of the
trying to
way
get
just
that
in
tag.
time. Here
He's
comes
got it.
Paradise's uncle.
Here we go, Von Lylas. Those knife edge chops, legendary, echoing through the Davis Arena. Legendary here. Nice boot.
Hello.
Cover it up. David C. Von Lylas didn't get all of it that time. Big back body drop.
Big elevation on that back body drop. He was all the way up in the lights. It's a tall mountain to climb.
Lylas sent him falling about 10.5 feet, if not further.
Lyras got that big country boy strength going for that cravat headbutt, as we've seen before, but Jason Lee attacking from behind. Now the numbers game's gotten to him.
Indeed, it's David C. and Jason
Indeed.
Lee. Again, they've been tag team champions 8 times before. They know how each other works. They know how to work as a team. Referee losing control of this one. It's a melee in the ring here. Mack Johnson's entered the contest again. So it's Johnson and Lee in the far corner. And it's Lylas. Oh, my God.
Von Lylas
Delivering a
laying him
number.
in.
That might have ripped that nipple ring right off.
I can only hope so.
Double collision.
Train wreck.
Only one man around here throws chops
There's
like
that headbutt.
There
Plants
we
him
go.
down.
Trouble.
That's his finish. Big move. That's going to be it. Great. Congratulations.
Here are your winners, Von Lylas and Mack Johnson.
Mack Johnson returns to Davis Arena, finds himself a legendary partner in Von Lylas, and walks away tonight with the win.